mailster is a small, lightweight, three-wheel vehicle designed for safe driving. Models vary in appearance and have small mechanical differences, but they all operate in the same manner. However, if you are accustomed to driving a four-wheeled vehicle, there are certain distinctions you must observe when driving the mailster. This film will show you how to make the necessary changes in your driving habits so that you will become a safe mailster driver. First of all, remember that the mailster must not be driven over 25 miles per hour at any time. Use slower speeds in rain or snow, on rough roads, or when falling leaves cause streets to be slippery. Also, reduce your speed to less than 15 miles an hour before any turn. Keep within these reasonable speeds, and you'll deliver the mail safely by mailster. This vehicle has a capacity of 500 pounds of mail. Keep the mail on the shelf piled low, both for clear vision and to prevent it from falling. Mail in the body compartment can be reached without leaving your seat. This compartment closes and locks securely from the front as well as the back. Some models have sliding doors. During hot weather, the canvas apron at the front may be folded back or removed on some models. On others, it may be slipped down. In inclement weather, side curtains may be closed to provide protection for driver and mail. An arm hold beneath the flap enables hand signaling. When opening the side curtains, roll the metal clasp inside so it won't catch on your clothes. The steering mechanism is balanced. Keep both hands on the handlebars when driving, so you have complete control of the mailster at all times. It is unsafe to hang anything from the handlebars. Now let's take a close look at the controls used to operate the mailster. On this model, the handbrake is here. The turn signal switch here. This is the flasher signal switch. Horn button, windshield wiper switch, light switch, speedometer, parking brake, ignition switch, accelerator, foot brake, clutch, and dimmer switch. This is the gasoline filler cap, the choke, the hand throttle. A kickstarter is here. This is the oil dipstick. And the manual gear shift is convenient to the right hand. The starter button on this model is below the seat on the left-hand side. On other models, the starter is incorporated in the ignition switch. You simply turn the key past the on position to operate the starter. Some models do not have a kick starter, and the gear shift arrangement is slightly different. Switch the lights on shortly after dusk. The signal light switch is not automatic. Push it up to signal a right turn. Down for left turn. And turn it off manually after each turn. The flasher signal switch must be turned on and off manually. Use this flasher only when necessary as a safety device on heavily traveled streets. After you've made sure the mailster is in operating condition, unlock the mail compartment with the ignition key and hold the door open with the catch. Place the mail for the beginning of the route on the shelf. Then load the mail you will deliver first at the front of the compartment so you can reach it from your seat. Lock the door after you finish loading. To be an efficient mailster driver, you must learn to 1. Start the engine correctly, 2. Get underway smoothly, and 3. Drive professionally. First, let us see how to start the engine correctly. Before starting, make sure the transmission is in neutral and that the parking brake is set. Normally, you will use the electric starter. When the engine is cold, pull the choke rod all the way out and the throttle rod out about a quarter way. Now turn the ignition key to the on position and press the starter button. Push the choke rod part way in while the engine is warming up, and then, after the engine is idling, push both the choke and the throttle rod all the way in. The mailster is now ready to drive. Should the electric starter fail, use the manual starter. When the engine is cold, the choke rod should be all the way out and the throttle rod a quarter out. Operate the starter pedal once or twice until you feel compression. Then, with the starter pedal at the top, give a vigorous push down. If necessary, leave the choke rod part way out until the engine warms up. When the engine is idling properly, push both rods all the way in. If the engine becomes flooded, push the choke rod all the way in and pull the throttle all the way out. Turn the ignition on and crank the engine until it starts, either with the electric starter or with the manual starter. When the engine starts, regulate the throttle. If the engine will not start, report the fact to your supervisor. Now, the second step to safe driving. Get underway smoothly, observe oncoming traffic, and give the proper signal. Some mailsters have the automatic disc-type clutch, which does not engage until engine speed is increased. Manual-type clutches on others engage whenever the clutch pedal is in the up position. Always use the low gear to get underway from a standing position. Engage the gears with the clutch pedal, shift into low. Release the handbrake. Let up on the clutch pedal. Then, accelerate smoothly to get rolling. Be sure to give the proper signal as you turn into traffic. Get the mailster up to 8 miles an hour in low, then press the clutch pedal, close the throttle, and move gear shift to neutral. Hesitate momentarily, then shift into second. Release the clutch pedal and accelerate smoothly again. Never skip second gear. Continue in second until you're traveling between 12 and 16 miles an hour. Then, once again, press down on the clutch pedal. Close the throttle. Move gears to neutral. Hesitate momentarily, then shift into third gear. Use all gears, low, second, and third when driving. Now, release the clutch pedal. Accelerate smoothly and travel your route at speeds up to 25 miles an hour. Now the third step. Drive professionally. Obey all city ordinances. As well as state traffic laws. Always remember that 25 miles an hour is the maximum speed permitted for mailster driving. Keep both feet in the cab at all times when driving, and use the clutch only when necessary. Riding it causes excessive wear. Use the foot pedal to slow down and stop. This pedal activates mechanical brakes on the two rear wheels of some models and hydraulic brakes on others. On some models, the mechanical brake lever on the left handlebar controls the front wheel mechanical brake. Apply it only after you apply the foot brake. Use gradual pressure so the front wheel won't slide, or you may lose control of the vehicle. Use the parking brake whenever you stop to make a delivery. This parking brake has a hand adjustment knob, so you can take it up manually when it does not hold right. Place the brake lever in the off position and turn the knob to adjust it so the lever snaps to the on position. Do not adjust this brake too tightly. For safe parking on a downgrade, let the mailster float forward until the front wheel rests against the curb. To park safely on an upgrade, let the mailster roll back so that the rear wheel rests against the curb. Give the proper signal when turning into traffic from the curb, and make sure the way is clear. If you doubt that other drivers have seen your mechanical signals, supplement them with hand signals. If the mailster is to stand for any length of time, turn off the ignition switch so that the air-cooled engine will not overheat. Otherwise, shift the gear selector to the neutral position at each short stop and pull up the parking brake. Reduce speed when making turns, or you may lose control of your vehicle. Always turn corners at less than 15 miles an hour. When circular driveways are available, use them to make a delivery. Be extremely careful of pedestrians and children. Stop at the sidewalk before entering a driveway where vision is obscured. Park perpendicularly to the driveway to prevent rollbacks, and make sure you set the parking brake. After making the delivery, complete the U-turn and stop before re-entering traffic. Travel in reverse only when absolutely necessary. Children are attracted by the unusual size and design of the mailster. Again, be extremely careful when children are about. Make sure they're out of your way before you start moving. Reduce speed on slippery roads and on rough roads. Always signal your intent when turning or stopping. Use extra precaution in traffic. Signal that you are going to change lanes well before you change. Remember that the mailster is small and may be hidden from view of other motorists. Be an efficient and expert mailster driver. Start the engine correctly, get underway smoothly, and drive professionally, the safe way. The mailster is designed especially to help you deliver mail efficiently with the least amount of physical effort. Drive it right, and it will serve you well.